Well, good evening, guys. It's match day today. We are playing Crystal Palace, but as you know, there are lots of news that is coming in. However much the January transfer window looks like be ended for Manchester United, but for what Ten Hag is planning for the summer, stories are going to enroll day in, day out. And today, we are having a story confirming to us that Ten Hag has chosen Victor Osimhen over Harry Kane. Remember, lots of stories have been linking Harry Kane to Manchester United. That is this summer, but obviously Ten Hag has picked Osimhen over Harry Kane. You're going to see the reports, and that's why he has gone ahead to choose a player known as Victor Osimhen over Harry Kane. Then we are having a story about Erik Ten Hag blocking a move to Harry Maguire, meaning that the story was really right. It has been confirmed by Simon Stone of BBC that the fact is West Ham made an inquiry to sign Harry Maguire on loan, but obviously Ten Hag blocked that loan move. You're going to know as to why it was blocked. Then we're talking about Shoretire. You know him very well. He's really one of the best young talents coming from the academy of Manchester United. Erik Ten Hag is really rating him highly in the club of Manchester United. Obviously, a loan for him in January is being explored for this 18-year-old player of Manchester United. And lastly, Ten Hag has gone ahead to give Ben McCarthy his props. Great. Coming in from Africa, South Africa, obviously representing Africa and South Africa to the world at Carrington at Manchester United. So welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel of ours, and that is United Matters channel. Rokan David is always my name. Now, for James Donko from Ghana, this story is really going to be one of those that are really going to excite you, because this is what you exactly want to hear. Now, we've been told by Matlo. You know Matlo, he's a Daily Telegraph football news correspondent. He has told us that Manchester United have long held an interest in Harry Kane, but there are theories that the 29-year-old does not quite fit the ideal profile recommended by Erik Ten Hag. He's said to favor a faster forward such as Victor Osimhen. Now, I received this news with open arms, because I told you in the video that I did in the morning when Harry Kane was being linked to Manchester United, I gave you the permutations, the positive and negatives, because the pros and cons are always there to evaluate. Are the pros heavier or are the cons heavier? Now, as things stand, the cons for Harry Kane are really huge, but more pros have been have really gone on the side of Victor Osimhen. Look at Victor Osimhen, 23 years of age, fast, strong, and obviously United really want to get a player like this. When I've read this story, I've gotten to know that Weghorst is going nowhere. Weghorst is going to be signed by Erik Ten Hag. He wants him to be around as a squad player, with Osimhen and Martial tussling it for that position, and sometimes Weghorst coming in through to play a part into that United side, because Victor Osimhen can also play off the left and right. So I believe Ten Hag is having a plan of getting in a center forward who is really dynamic. You get, such that he builds a dynamic front three. When you're playing with Martial, Osimhen, and Marcus Rashford, you can really find each of those taking over each other one's position, and no one will go ahead and really stop them from really making that movement. And the more the dynamism in the game, the more the opponents get confused, and the more the opponents get confused, the more the pockets of spaces are really created, and hence breaking down your opponent and really hitting him the number of goals that you want. That's why you saw to it that Man City, the previous 2 seasons, where they played without a typical number 9, with Jesus coming in and playing as a false number 9, maybe Ferran Torres, maybe Raheem Sterling, maybe Phil Foden, depending on who was available, they used to go on and really score very many goals, because you wouldn't know who is going to be in the box at a particular time when Kevin De Bruyne, all Cancelo, all Pedri really puts that cross or a cut back into your 18 yards box area. But right now, they all know that it's easy to target the number 9, who goes by the names of of Erling Haaland. And you evidenced it very well in the game of Manchester United when you're playing against Man City. Haaland had just 13 touches in the 13 box area of United, and obviously he was never allowed to really have a shot on target. That's how hard it is when you have in an out number 9 like Harry Kane. So I believe that is one of the considerations that he's really putting into his mind. But secondly, Matt Law is taking us about the age of Harry Kane, being 29 years of age. I also hinted about it in the morning that there is no way we are going to keep Weghorst, who is 30 years of age, and we go out to bring in a player known as Harry Kane, who is also going to be 30 years of age in the summer. That is something that is unplanned. And if at all you really think it is really making sense, it doesn't make sense. We just have to go in for a young striker like Benjamin Sesko or Victor Osimhen. That is what Ten Hag is looking at, and I believe the plan is going to be executed as the new owners of United are really planning to come in through and really get it done. The other reason as to why this deal might not see itself coming to materialization is this one, that with Alan Shearer's goal scoring record in his sights, sources believe Harry Kane's preference would be to remain in England. It is believed Levy would demand £100 million for Harry Kane from any English club this year. Now, look at the amount of money they are talking about Harry Kane. 29 years of age, and you spend £100 million. Ten Hag won't allow it. He rather says, I'm spending £100 million on Victor Osimhen. And obviously, Napoli will be willing to listen to offers of £100 million. Do you know why? They went ahead and signed this player at £60 million. That was like 80 million euros, meaning that they'll be making a profit of 40 million pounds. That will be business for them, and they won't hesitate to sell this player. That's it. Though there are complaints of him really having injuries, but I believe when you look at the number of games he's going to have to play this season, I believe he gets like simple injuries. Like you see Rashford not playing 1 game or 2 games. That is what he really misses. And when you look at him last season, if I'm to check here, Osimhen, where are you? Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. I want to see last season. How many games did he average last season and see whether he's really an injury-prone player. Then we bring in this season. So, in the season of 2021-2022, out of the 38 games he was supposed to play for Napoli in the league, he played 27 of them, meaning that he missed out on 11 games. He scored 14 games. He scored 14 goals and had 2 assists. 16 goal involvements in the league. That is it. Let's go to the UEFA Europa League. It's the one they played in 2021-2022. He played 5 matches and scored 4 goals. Those are 32 games with how many goals? 4, taking his tally of goal involvements, all goals to 18. When you look at Coppa Italia, he played 3 games in 20... that is not indicated. That's not indicated. That's it. It's not indicated anywhere. So I believe he really has some minor injuries, but I believe that can be really found a solution for, because I really think that every player can be redeemed and really heal from these injuries. Ousmane Dembele has really been a player who has been injury prone ever since he left Borussia Dortmund to Barcelona. But when Xavi came in through and sacked the entire medical team of Barcelona and brought in new ones, he has gone ahead to play all games and he's not injured. That is a player called Ousmane Dembele. And look at Anton Martial, the way he's managing him. He's managing him very well, meaning that if at all you're having Weghorst, Anton Martial and Victor Osimhen at the club, that means you can be rotating them in certain games, and obviously you can maintain their fitness. You know that this game is too physical. Osimhen will be needed of Weghorst. This one, let me put in Martial, or sometimes let me play with Martial, Rashford, and Osimhen. Weghorst comes in and the game, depending on the game situation, as Erik ten Hag is really a genius at this, but he has gone ahead and really said, I'm not going in for Harry Kane. I'm going in for Victor Osimhen, and I'm a fan of him. So, Harry Kane dropped by Erik ten Hag, not in his plans. He's really a player that the manager said no to and doesn't expect him to come at Manchester United. So, that leaves Harry Kane with, I think, an option of City, because I think if 100 million pounds are being called for, I don't believe there is a team that's going to go ahead and really cough out that money for Harry Kane at the age of 30. What Harry Kane will do, he'll run his contract down, and obviously he'll live on a free. And that season, when he'll be living on a free, I believe Haaland will be on his way out of Man City. Reason being, I believe Haaland's season at Man City might be that of 2023, 2024, and Harry Kane's contract will be done. Then he'll be a free agent and will trade himself to anywhere he wants. And I believe Pep Guardiola will be one of those interested in getting in a striker who can come in and really bang in goals for a side known as City. Now, Ten Hag has gone ahead and really talked about Ben McCarthy, the new forward coach of Manchester United. He said, I never played there as a striker, so I'm lucky to have someone in my staff who did. Football is about scoring, and you have a goalkeeping specialist. But you also have offensive specialists, and in particular, we have a specific scoring trainer, that is Benedict McCarthy. So he has gone ahead to give him his props, and his credit is seen on players like Garnacho, Rashford, Anton Martial, the way they are really trying and panning out to be one of the best forwards in the world. So I believe he has done his job. Ten Hag really solicited him very well, and kudos to Erik Ten Hag, because he's the man responsible for really selecting this player and really bringing him at Manchester United, or the coach. Remember, he was coaching with Kaizer Chiefs down in South Africa. He was sacked. Then Ten Hag told him, please come on to Manchester United to be our new forwards coach. And if at all you never watched Benedict McCarthy, he played for FC Porto and later crossed to the Premier League and played for Blackburn. That is where he came out and really scored very many goals. And he won the Champions League for FC Porto under Jose Mourinho. And when you look at his structure and how he really used to play, it really reflects to you the choices that Ten Hag is really wanting. Weghorst, huge and tall. Benedict McCarthy was huge and tall. Look at Victor Osimhen that we talked about. He's huge and tall, meaning that he is trying to bring in forwards that are really in the right fit of how exactly Benjamin McCarthy really played. To see to it that he trains them according to how he made the goal scoring job easy in his career. And that is something great for Erik Ten Hag, and shows you how important we are really blessed to be having this man as a manager of Manchester United. And guys, sorry about it. There is something I forgot at the start of the video. Today is Lisandro Martinez's birthday. He's making 25 years of age. Happy birthday to the butcher of Manchester, Lisandro Martinez. Licha, happy birthday, and may you enjoy your birthday and reward yourself by a win against Crystal Palace tonight. So that is Lisandro Martinez, a man that had really forgotten to talk about. Now, yesterday night, there is a story that really came in through, and I had not even done it, but it has gone viral. West Ham are considering to make a move to sign Harry Maguire on loan. United are understood to be ready to sell Harry Maguire in the summer, despite the fact that they will have to accept a considerable loss of him. Considerable loss of him, obviously, because I believe no team is going to get us more than £40 million for Harry Maguire. Him being English, bought him at 80, sell him at 40. Count a loss of 40. That's it. And even Aaron Bissaka, we might make a loss of £20 million because he will go in for like 30 or 40. Yet we bought him at 50. But for him, at least, you are seeing that he's really putting in an effort that can really help United get back the amount of money that they really bought him from Crystal Palace. Now, after that story that was raised yesterday, Simon Stone hit his website of BBC and said, West Ham contacted Manchester United about the possibility of signing Harry Maguire on loan until the end of the season. United's answer was no choice. That is Simon Stone. He went ahead to let us know that United have no intention of releasing Harry Maguire on loan this month. Ten Hag feels the defender has a significant role to play at United, with the club still fighting in 4 competitions. That's it, because you're in 4 competitions. Then TalkSport has told us that United are not open to offers for Harry Maguire this month. Erik Ten Hag sees the club captain as a key part of his squad this season. So they are not really letting the man go. But when you look at how the situations are at Manchester United, you'll need him. Even if he plays you like 10 games a season, you'll need him. And in the summer, you'll find the way to really send him out of the club, because Rafael Varane, you can't bet your money on his longevity on playing very many games for the club, and to keep his fitness, there are certain games you shouldn't be playing him. You shouldn't be playing him in certain games, such that you reserve him some games, and obviously prolong his stay when he's really fully fit. So Lindelof is the only option left if at all Rafael Varane gets an injury, and obviously Harry Maguire, meaning that those defenders are all helpful to us. Reason being, Ten Hag really doesn't have nothing to do. If at all he had another defender, he would have really sold Harry Maguire to, or send him on loan to West Ham, and that would have helped the club to get in some money, because I believe a loan fee of Harry Maguire would go for like 80 million euros or 7 million pounds. That would have helped the club to see to it that they really maybe look for another player on loan to come out and really get to get our team get more strength as we go in for you. But I believe, to me, Harry Maguire is in his evenings. That's what I told you at the beginning of the night. I'm not worried about him, because I know there are two central defenders that are really better than him. Even Luke Shaw's come out and is being played in the left back, and Ten Hag is rating him ahead of Harry Maguire and Lindelof. That's why you see to it that he's being played on the left side of the central defense. So Lisandro Martinez, Varane and Luke Shaw ahead of these defenders. That means Harry Maguire is in the fifth choice. And don't be surprised today when Lindelof comes in through and Harry Maguire doesn't come in through to play any minute in this game of football. So that is it. Harry Maguire's move has been blocked by Erik ten Hag, because he believes there are certain games he's going to go out and really play for United, like the game against Nottingham Forest. I believe he'll come in through and really play there with maybe Lisandro Martinez or Victor Lindelof, depending on how the manager will really sit down and calculate the game to see to it that we really see ourselves into the finals of the Carabao Cup. Not so, but for Harry Maguire, I think this is his last season for Manchester United. United are really going to get rid of the England international, because he doesn't have any aspect that relates to the style of play of Erik ten Hag, meaning that nothing is playing in his favor to keep him at the club. Lastly, Shoretire. United will listen to loan offers for Shoretire during the January transfer window. The 18-year-old is hugely or highly regarded by Ten Hag, but could leave on loan this month in order to gain some valuable first-team experience. At the age of 18, you'd like to be somewhere in the championship playing the game of football, because that is the only thing or only chance you should use to put yourself into the shop window to see to it that either you start Manchester United or you get a permanent deal that will see you leave Manchester United. Go out and play football for your own good. As things stand, he's 18. He has failed to be like Alejandro Garnacho. So I see no chance for him. The left attacking side of the midfield is full. Sancho, Garnacho, Elanga, Facundo Pellistri, Anton Martial. The right, Anthony, Facundo Pellistri, Elanga, Sancho. So I see nowhere he can fit. And I think the best thing they can do for him is to go on and really play on loan like Amad Diallo, because what Amad Diallo is going to hate to put out on the field of play has given Ten Hag a second thought. And I know in the summer, he's really going to be so much on him to see to it that he really stays at Manchester United. All else, United can get some good man out of him and go in for another player that Ten Hag wants. But I believe Amad has gone ahead to show the money that, please, I can play at Manchester United and obviously go in and get me. So, but for Shoretire, he'll need to go out to have a wonder season on loan to really win the heart of Erik ten Hag. Of a match, they say that Ten Hag is highly regarding him, but if at all he was highly regarding him, would have seen him play in certain games, like those games of Charlton. You saw Kobe Mainoo came in through, and United used him in that game. And you saw even in the game of Man City, he made it to the bench, meaning that Ten Hag is really seeing quality, like the likes of Zidane Ikebels. He's seeing quality in them, and I think those are the three players that he found in the academy that's gone ahead to promote to the first team, and they've gone ahead to make their debuts or senior debuts at Manchester United. It's only Zidane Iqbal that I've not seen being brought onto the field of play to get his senior debut at Manchester United under Erik ten Hag. So let's wait and see what's going to happen as Ten Hag thinks of a loan move for Shoretire. Your thoughts on Ten Hag picking Victor Osimhen and Shan's Harry Kane are welcome in the comment section below. Then Harry Maguire loan move blocked. Would you have blocked it, or you would have let him go? And lastly, take me through about the conditions of Shoretire going on loan. A sign out for now. See you later. May the Lord bless you abundantly. Rock and David is my name. Good evening, good afternoon. After this video, we are going to return with what we call the match build-up of United versus Crystal Palace with the confirmed team news of Manchester United.